Hello and welcome to a brand new video, another sort of a newsy sort of video. This is a sort of type of video I'm not really planning on doing regularly, but I feel like a lot of Doctor Who news has happened recently and I kind of wanted to sort of give it my sort of opinion. So this is kind of like a quick put together video. I was also going to do a video talking about the first series of Class, which I'll probably record after this one. So but I feel this is probably more relevant to talk about first and get this video out first, and this is two big things that have happened in the world of Doctor Who, both of which, in my opinion, have been pretty sad to a certain degree. The first one, of course, is the passing of John Hurt. To us Doctor Who fans, he was the legendary War Doctor. The only actor to come in and introduce us to a Doctor we've not seen before from the past, and I think everybody took to him really well, and yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting to hear that news on that morning. I woke up in the morning to sort of find out all about what's going on Twitter, and that was the big news, and I thought, it's a real shame. And I think I never saw John Hurt in a lot of things. I watched it, of course I saw him in Harry Potter. I know he was famous for things like Alien and I, Claudius, and a variety of other roles, and he'd done a lot of stuff with the War Doctor. Afterwards he did some Big Finish stuff, and actually the last of the 4 box sets he did is actually being released within the next couple of weeks as well. So it's kind of like, it's weird, isn't it? So that's something that felt like, I think John had adopted Doctor Who as an idea. I think he was quite surprised by everything that came with, especially with the 50th anniversary and everything, and it's really weird that it's just, we lost a Doctor effectively, and really sad, He'd be missed greatly by a lot of people. I think I better talk about the next thing. The second big news that was revealed recently was the departure of Peter Capaldi. He announced that he would be leaving the show in this year's Christmas special, the 2017 Christmas special, after doing Series 10. So we got 13 more episodes with the 12th Doctor before we get a brand new Doctor. And now this was something I hoped we wouldn't hear at this point. I was hoping that Peter would stay on for at least the very first series with Chris Chibnall running the show, because I thought his Doctor hasn't had a proper go yet, I don't think. He still feels very new. He still feels like he came about, like last week, and it's the first time I've felt that with a Doctor. Well, Matt, I'd be sad to see him go, but I thought, well, he's had an alright run, and didn't feel like time has passed. Well, with Peter, even with the big, perhaps it was the big gap between episodes we had between The Husbands of River Song and the return of Dr. Mysterio, it just felt like there was, I don't know, not enough time. And I was kind of hoping he'd break the 3-year rule, which I think a few people are starting to see a pattern now, where he is the 3rd Doctor in a row alongside David Tennant and Matt Smith to do 3 series spread over 4 years. It's a rule that Patrick Troughton came up with, one that you do 3 runs of the show and then leave before you overstage welcome. And honestly I believe the Doctor can stay longer than that. I mean, John Pertwee and Tom Baker are very good examples of a Doctor that stayed longer. Both Colin Baker and Sylvester McCoy wanted to stay longer if they were allowed to. So I don't feel like it's something that, and the BBC I think did offer him a renewed contract for a 4th run. I think they are contracted for 3 years now, which is, I think, don't quote me on that. So, I don't know, it felt too soon, and I don't feel we got to know the 12th Doctor properly. I felt like he went one way for Series 8, he went for a completely different way in Series 9, and Series 10 I don't really know. There's a bit more hope than there was before we saw last year's Christmas special of the series' future, but I still feel like, I don't know, it feels too soon. But I think it was Peter's decision, and I hope it was Peter's decision to leave, rather than being pushed out by anyone higher up at the BBC. And I just hope the next person is great. I won't go into who I think the next Doctor is. I really don't like sort of the discussion that comes with it. I don't like speculating. I've got a few people I quite like to see as the Doctor, but in reality I don't like the conversation, because it always brings up should the next Doctor be this or that or this or that, and I don't feel like I want to discuss that part of it. So, because at the end of the day, Peter's still here, we've got another series, a Christmas special, 13 episodes, a new companion on the way, and I feel like it's not the point yet to be discussing anything about what's happening next with the show. we've got a new showrunner coming up next year. We'll have a new look at the show. Hopefully it'll be a nice fresh start like we did with Matt Smith. So we're looking forward to that. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. That was my thoughts on the recent news. Both bits not very something I'm happy about particularly. Quite sad stuff, but yeah. Oh, and the Ice Warriors are coming back, so that's always a good thing. Bye!